just,
I make a motion to
Okay,
start.
so we'll find out later.
oh, I can tell you in just a minute.
Okay.
I just had to finish writing stuff. So that went to the ZBA and the zoning board of appeals.
Yeah.
And it went multiple times and then it was finally denied. They did not approve the use variance.
Wow.
So
heard of it too.
it did not.
Wow, okay.
They voted, they basically had to vote on two different questions for the use variance and they denied both of those.
Wow,
Well,
that's awesome.
Yep, so I do not, now, they may litigate or something, but that's totally outside of us.
There was
Well, most likely it's not going to happen because if they don't start building next year, they lose a significant amount of
grant money.
federal money, federal grant, and then it's not profitable. So
yeah.
litigation will take them more than a year. So that's probably a no-go, and that's a good thing.
That's so crazy to think too that you can, if you have to have grant money to make it work, to make money, to power the community once it's getting passed. Or like,
Yeah, that's
even a thing.
I am not against alternative energy sources, but when the alternative energy sources have to be subsidized for it,
Yes.
that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I would like them to be more creative, there's rooftops every place or, medians like between the throughway lanes or whatever. I'm like, there's a lot of places that don't have trees, don't have, wild areas, don't have farmland. It's like, can't you like put your thinking caps on?
Yeah.
But I think farmland is cheap and easy, so
Yeah.
That's true.
So yes, that's how it worked out. So
I was getting like so upset after it. We all went out to dinner after the second meeting, and I was like, "Why am I even doing this? Because it feels like it doesn't do anything." And then, yeah,
I think it was powerful. Everybody
Yeah.
coming and
Yeah.
speaking, and so I think it did.
it scared me after because did you go to the second one?
I did not.
The second one, they I think I was the only one that went to. Me and Tim were the only ones that went to the second one. They added to their PowerPoint and showed that they showed other places of like cases that went to court and basically kind of like threatening. That's what the vibe came off as if this doesn't get passed, this is what will happen. So
They were very. The woman was very bored. wasn't persuasive. It was demanding. Yeah. So, that's awesome.
Yeah, I think there's better places for solar projects or wind projects or whatever alternative energy.
I mean, what kind of write-offs and amazing the money that they can get off for working with Walmart and Wegmans, and that like there has to be huge money in that for write-offs for alternatives that and they're everywhere to be able to do that. I don't know.
Well, if you look at even small cities like Rochester, the Rochester and its suburbs have rooftops everywhere. So, like, can't we reuse space that's already like covered over?
Absolutely.
the email that you sent in regards to the ECB, is that in relation to what we're talking about today?
Yep.
Okay.
So the ECB met last week, and the two Cox was like the name on the project. Both of those were active farmland, so we didn't comment. We deferred to you guys.
Okay.
So whatever comment you have, that's what will go forward.
And is that the two?
Yeah, I can bring it up. Sorry, we were talking about other things.
And I see we have somebody else on.
Yes.
1 second. Elise, are you for a project we are discussing tonight?
Yeah, I'm Elise's husband, Shane Doby's, one of the two parcels there. I was invited
Okay.
to the meeting, so I figured I'd pop in and at least say hi and answer any questions if you guys have them.
That's always helpful when people join.
Yep. Yeah, if you need anything, I'll be here.
Okay, thank you. Let me get the. Great stuff. We've got like all sorts of. It's hard when there's only one screen.
Yeah.
So let me that moved around. I did send out the soil
Yes, I saw that.
information. I sent out the ag data statement for that. I can bring, we can look at anything like that if you want, but if you would like to introduce the project, I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Andrew.
Andrew.
You talking to me or Fernando?
Yes. Yeah.
Me?
And your name was again? I'm sorry.
Shane Doby's. Yep. Shane
Shane.
Doby's, and my wife's name is Elise. She's in there feeding our 4-month-old baby right now. And then my
Very
brother
nice.
Trevor and his wife Erica Doby's. They're on the larger parcel, a little bit to the north of us there, adjacent to the north. We're on the one up on the hill there, the 6-acre parcel on top of the hill. So we're looking to just build 2 colonial single family homes, one on ours and one on theirs. Pretty cut and dry there. Born and raised in Canandaigua. We ended up moving to Irondequoit for the last couple of years for a job, and we want to get back to the area. And yeah, the opportunity presented itself to buy that property. My brother did, and then we ended up subdividing it last year, and here we are.
Other than building the 2 cabins, do you have any plans for the rest of the land, or how much of the parcels are you guys gonna use for building versus not?
So we're not building that far off the road. Obviously we're a little bit closer to the road. I think Trevor wanted to go a little further back. I can't speak for what they want to do. I know we probably down the line will have, we're not going to have any like commercial farming operation, but chickens and some stuff like that, and some, just like residential gardens and stuff. But other than that, it's just a single family home to raise our family on, really is what we're looking to do.
Who's farming the land right now?
I don't think anybody is. I guess this land was for sale for a while and nobody bought it, which is why Trevor had the opportunity to buy it. I don't know if it's not conducive to farming or the previous farmer didn't like it, or I don't know what the story was, to be completely honest with you. But I did hear that it was not farmed for a while prior to us buying it.
Kim, is this located on 21 across from the nursery? Am I on the right?
No,
What-
not
what-
that.
It's
not
just
that.
south of the nursery, like literally just his property line and the nursery property line are they share a border there. So you're looking at
One that we just did, that one, the really long parcel that then they came back and said you need more frontage, and then they ended up buying the whole thing. This one, I think,
Is it on the same side as the nursery? Is it
opposite, it's on the
Opposite.
east side.
Okay.
it's on the
So-
east side of the road.
I can bring up Encore if you wish.
Yeah, if you, I'm trying to.
So now that I'm looking, this was Pleasure Acres, so he pretty much was selling off most of his farmland. Which was also what was purchased on the other side of the road,
Is he the one that drives the black truck that I
the
see?
Ford,
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah. He sold off a lot of farmland, and it looks like it's all being put into request for housing. Do you know Nacho Farm?
Yes. Is it right next to Nacho?
It backs up to 20, so Nacho Farm on 21 has that little driveway,
Yes.
and right next to the nursery. And then it's the farm south of
That's
that,
what-
that's
that's
like
what-
flat and then
And goes up the hill.
and the
So
driveway
yeah,
on top.
that has been farmed for
Ever.
before. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, Wow,
That's what I thought it
that's
was.
amazing. All right, let me. Can I get the number? And I guess this particular computer is kind of slow. And so it sometimes just doesn't want to do things.
Encore is generally slow. I
And
never had a good luck with it.
Encore has been very slow lately. So Shane, what we're doing is we're going to bring up Encore. It's a county site and it will show us different satellite views of the property.
Yeah, like a GIS software type thing.
Yeah.
Got it.
It
I
will
work,
have
I work,
other-
I work for the DEC, so I'm very familiar with GIS.
Oh, okay.
But right now the parcel is just barrel, just weeds or
It's just weeds. Yeah, it's like chest high goldenrod. That's all
He
it is.
hasn't farmed it in,
I want to say like
he sold it last year and I don't think he farmed it the year before. He
No.
was getting ready to sell everything.
okay, I'll put you on speaker. I send me on speaker because you kind of get the Zoom to work.
Okay.
Are you able to club what we're looking at, bud?
Yeah, I have my emails pulled up here.
Okay, so we're talking about the land on 21. That's, do you know where? It's between.
You know where Brian Ryan's nursery is?
Not off the top of my head.
It's just south of Knott Road on the east side. And then it's right before Kramer. It's between Kramer and Knott Road.
Do you remember the piece that was up for sale with the red barn?
Yes,
It's a couple lots to the south of that. So it was originally, it was farmed by Pleasure Acres. He has been selling his farmland off for the past couple of years. And
Pretty much all the lots that don't butt up to his cattle farm on Kramer. He sold off all those individual parcels.
now this has already been this is already subdivided, correct? So the application is only for the building, not for the subdivision.
Correct. Yeah, we already subdivided this months ago.
And so what is each of the parcels? I know that you guys said it, but I'm driving up 21 right now, and it's in and out the signal. How big is each of the parcels?
Mine is like 6.017. I think his is like 15 and change.
Yeah, roughly
Roughly.
50, 60.
Yeah. So it's basically 6.5 and 15, the two parcels.
Yeah.
Kim did send us the soils of it too, if you got that email.
yes, I do. Soil report.
Even though it could
Yes.
have been a productive.
Clarification. So this individual here, there's a proposed single family home being constructed.
On each of the lots, on both of,
It'll be two single family homes.
2 single family homes. So how many acres would be left over that could be farmed, is what I'm wondering.
they're not gonna do like tractor farming. It's gonna be like the chicken coop and that kind of stuff.
Only on mine. I don't know what Trevor and Erica want to do. They have a lot more acreage than I do, so they may want to do something lease wise. I just can't speak for them. They're actually at a wedding right now, so that's why they're not on the call.
You said, do you believe they do have a lease with somebody?
No, they don't have one right now, but I don't know if they do. I don't know if they're thinking about doing that down the line. I can't speak for what they want. I mean, they do have a
Okay.
lot of acreage, so mine would be too small, I think, with 6 acres to even turn a tractor around.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
Tim, we have one of the individuals on with us who's part of the project. He has the 6 acre part.
Okay. But what I'm getting at is, I just want to know how much acreage going out in production and how much left would still be farmed, if any, is going to be farmed. It's just what I'm
Not
looking at.
I don't think any to me.
Again, all right. So how many acres here would be?
So,
How many acres
none.
out?
None of this is gonna be farmed anymore.
so the one parcel is 15.1. Other is, I'm waiting on or Shane, your parcel.
My parcel was like 6.017. I believe it was. It was below 6.2. So it was like 6.017 is what I recall. I don't have the actual survey in front of me, and my tax map software is still showing it as a whole thing, so I can't give you the exact to the 0.01 decimal, but
Yeah, but bottom line, the subdivision already did what it was meant. Um, the farmer initiated this sale of us for housing, right? So in the way that it was partial out for the beginning, it is the destiny of losing that farmland was pretty much established. So even though it is a loss of farmland, it is completely within the right of the way that the subdivision was created for single family homes. Am I still in, or did I lost you guys again?
I can hear you, sir. I don't know if they can.
All right. I'll be in the room in 2 minutes. So
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you, but I don't know if they can.
yeah, communication it's an issue.
Yeah, always an issue.
So are you guys ready to break ground, or are you still in the planning of what you're building?
No, we have the blueprints, we have the site plan, we have obviously the bank waiting for the address to get approved. I mean, the mortgage has been pre-approved.
Mhm.
Just waiting now. We have a town the review board meeting on October the 28th. So I think this is basically the last thing we need to do before we get to that meeting. And then we're hoping for a 1 meeting approval then, and if not, then hopefully 2. And obviously it's pending today, but we're hoping
Yeah.
to get it going sooner than later.
Is your brother in the same timeline?
Yeah, I think they're going to build the houses at the same time. The builder would like to do that, obviously, for both cost and logistical purposes.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah, we're looking at 2,100 square foot colonial style. We're nothing like very modest. Nothing, we're not building some big McMansion here, and we're not gonna. We might down the line maybe want to put a barn up, a pole barn or something like that, but.
So the style of houses and that's something more than the committee that looks at the village focus more on are we losing productive land, right? And most of the time it's not a matter of approval or disapproval. It's just the comment of this is good land, this is not prime land.
Yep.
And that's where we're trying to focus our comments, just on the agricultural part. But I'm pulling into the town here. I'll figure out
Yeah, I
why
completely
they
understand.
disappeared.
You know, I understand what you guys are doing and I understand that preserving farmland is important. But at the same time, you know, this land came up and we discussed it with the town about the subdivision and possible house and there was really no pushback on that. So I don't know if that's something you guys got to revamp down the line, you know, kind of putting the
No, I
restriction
mean,
in front or what, but,
it came to us when it was time to do the subdivision.
oh, it did.
And that's usually the bigger discussions is about fragmenting farmland.
Oh, okay.
But I'm in the same case as you. I mean, I live in a 5 acre lot that used to be a field,
Mhm.
and we don't want to see agricultural land go, but we also want to live in agricultural land, right? So it's a catch-22. Let
It
me
is.
try to.
It is. So I'll probably rejoin. If you're there, I'm gonna probably back out and rejoin and see if I can
Yeah,
make.
because I'm gonna try to call them so they can open the gate here for me because they definitely jump off. So
Okay.
I'll see you in just a little bit.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry about that. We lost internet here for a bit.
Oh,
Oh, no
yeah,
worries.
I'm at the gate now. If you guys don't mind clicking the magic button.
I just move the button.
Just push the gray button.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I'll be reviewing, but we were just talking about the intention and how the subdivision went through and got approved, and that was a big part of the process. And I do recall seeing one of. I'm pretty sure that we discussed those subdivisions at the time, and that's really what created the loss of land. Right by now, it is not going to come back to agricultural land in parcels that are set that small. But I'll be riding with you guys. I'm gonna hang up here.
Okay.
Close by itself.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, it actually doesn't stay open for really long.
So anyways, like this big comment,
Sorry about that. Yeah, we lost.
That's okay.
Go ahead, Timmy.
I must have one.
I can't blame someone for wanting to build a house on a parcel like that. But for commenting's sake, I would have to say it does represent a loss of some land that could be farmed again. That comment, may or may not prevent someone from building on that particular parcel, but it is a comment regardless of what happens, whether a house can't be constructed there or can't be. If the house were to be constructed there, it would represent a loss of what could be farmed again.
Yeah, I mean, I think if the town is able to stick to their comprehensive plan and to the writing of that west of 21 and keeping that ag, that those a little closer to Cheshire, it does constitute as a loss, but if that's the zone we're gonna designate east and towards Middle Cheshire, then that is, I mean, they already divided it where we need to keep it, and then the town needs to recognize that these larger lots that are subdividing on west of it and 30 and 25, it needs to not happen to break it apart for that conservation.
Right.
Right. So kind of put it in other words, what you're getting at is it would be more acceptable to let this parcel be developed if the line truly holds that west of 21 stays completely, untouched.
Yes.
That's what you're getting at.
Yes, so if they're gonna stick to the plan, we keep, at a AR2 or whatever greater lots that direction, then yes, but that means we need to keep the other side conserved.
I think the bottom line is it has to stop in the subdivision, not after it gets subdivided and sold for housing.
Yeah.
Right? This project is far gone due to the subdivision. We need to discuss it at subdivision levels.
Yeah.
Now, are we evaluating both of the properties the same or just one single common?
You can do them together.
Yeah.
They're kind of the same sort of thing. If you want
Right
to do them
next to each other.
separately, you can, but I would just say do them together.
I would say we can just do them
Makes sense.
together.
They're adjoining anyway, so.
Yeah.
The same lot, just split.
Do we remember the comments that we had when they did the subdivision for this one?
This was,
Oh,
how long ago did you guys get it? Subdivided?
I'd be taxing my memory here, to be honest with you. It was, Elise, do you remember when we actually officially got the subdivision approved? We officially bought it in March. So I don't know when it was officially approved, but that we bought it in March of this year.
She was still trying to sell last year.
And the subdivision came after.
They sell it twice then?
let's see. Trying
Did
to.
those come up when we had Tim on? Still, Tim Riley?
Yeah, that's
Probably,
I
right.
don't think I was part of that one, so it was at least 5 months ago.
And I would say, I would make a mention, just following the comments that Tim did and following the way that we structure it, I would say, even though the building of houses does constitute the loss of agricultural land, it is within the town's plan and the approval given on subdivision that this was agricultural land expected to be lost. And I don't know how much.
Yeah, they kind of already made that choice when they let the parcel split
was
apart.
subdivided.
The same with the west side, which I think was the issue we had talked about earlier. Why did that happen? Because, yeah, that was what we're supposed to be conserved, and now we're selling off parcels of it, so, yeah.
I second Fernando's motion. Alright. Well, thank you, Shane, for joining in on us. Well, I guess I still have to put this to a vote. Sorry, guys, my brain's on wedding mode right now. Hi. So all in favor of the comments that were made by Tim and Fernando, say aye. And all opposed. Okay.
Alright.
Just so
Thank
you
you all for your
know,
time. Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
yeah, I was gonna say, the comments here, they get passed to the planning board. And the
Okay.
planning board takes them under advisement.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
You guys have any more questions for me?
No, we appreciate your time, thank you.
Have a good evening, guys. Thank you.
Thank you too.
Just give me a second to figure out how to get out of this.
No worries.
There's gonna be a red button to the side, to the bottom right usually. Yeah.
I'm not a Zoom guy typically, so. Leave, there it is. All right, see you guys.
Thank you.
Tim, I'm sorry, I completely forgot to send you the new image. That the plan was,
It can be November.
okay,
If you want to send it out to everybody,
I
they
think,
can just comment back to you directly, and then that doesn't break open meeting law.
okay, I can actually. If I can find it. When did I send it to you? I don't remember.
I've only gotten one. I didn't.
So
If you've
the-
updated,
I haven't. I just don't remember when I sent it to you. Was it in September?
oh, so a while ago.
Where's-
I'm sure I can. Let's see if I can get the Outlook. It can be,
Well, the referral sounds.
there was just the two,
Yeah.
and so I'll have to see if I can find it.
I just want to mention,
Not typing in there.
even though
Thank you.
that we wanna see everything west of 21 preserved. Still a couple parcels east of 21 that I'd love to see as
I'm just not gonna be able to connect to it really.
there's a couple parcels here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I don't think that anyone is saying that there is no good farmland in places where it's inevitable that the town will grow. But if I remember that conversation correctly, and it will be better to have the minutes, but if it's a conversation that I remember correctly, was happening about the same time that they were approving the development that is happening in there in Route 32 and 21, right where 21 turns. It was, the first stage was already approved, they were seeking approval for the second stage. And it was very clear that everything is coming over, right? From the Miller Park in there, it was kind of how to protect it. And we had a big discussion of we had to give up, because if we say no to everything, we're gonna be just ignored and they're just gonna plow through. So what is the best case scenario of giving up? And that's where we were making the big case of let's find limits for the sprawl. And 21 was a natural limit because we had already lost so much for that subdivision at the time. Again, everybody agreed that there is good land on the east side of 21.
Yeah, there's
It's-
still lots of farms on that side that are,
Yeah.
yeah, lots of parcels.
We're
That's
trying,
something.
basically paraphrase, trying to see a little give and take.
Yes.
Yeah.
That if we give here a little bit, maybe they'll come through for us later. And protect more, west of 21.
That was a hope, that was a whole discussion and that's, yeah.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
very grateful for the other side of parish extension, not the person swooping in to grab that parcel so that they couldn't carry over. So that was really good, but there's not a whole lot of people who can afford that chunk of land that wanna keep it land and not make money off of it, so.
Yeah, I'd have
Keep it as
to,
a walking path and pay a lot of money for that, so, especially that, cause I don't think they farm it.
not gonna be able to find the minutes really quickly right now,
Yeah.
but I can do that if you're curious and send them out later.
We could pass this around. This was just a rough draft of cause the sign that I wanted to place at the farms that are underneath the PDR. At the meeting where it was that everybody else wasn't able to come to. Kim and I were talking in the empty spot up at the top. We decided that we would put the farm name and the date that it became protected. So it was just that was a draft before. I haven't had time to.
And do you like the idea of just putting protected or putting protected through PDR? Make awareness of what a PDR means.
Yeah.
Probably protected through. I mean, it was just a draft, so if you any of you ideas, like it's not like I said in stone. I haven't set it off to the company who will be using the signs. Just any ideas from you guys.
I would definitely make it clear, because protected farm, well, by who? I would try to.
I'll highlight the program that
Yeah.
keeps it that way.
Correct. And this came out of a comment, I was talking with a partner in a business that I have, and he was talking about this PDR in Bloomfield, he lives in Bloomfield, and like, oh, they were not wanting to put this PDR, and I just don't know what they are thinking, and I was trying to stop them, and I was surprised that the farmer that was in there was all operated, like, why wouldn't he be?
Like, well, they're selling the development rights, so someone can just plunk in a bunch of houses in there. Like, no, they're selling them for the other reason. I said, what? So the purchases is the state. Like, oh, I saw the purchaser was gonna be a developer, and they were buying the rights to come and develop the whole thing themselves. I was like, no, purchase of development rights, you take away the right to develop it. I wish I knew that. I would have all in favor for that. Now I have to change my vote. And like, okay, so we need to make more awareness
Yeah.
what PDR means.
Okay. So yeah, so bottom of the sign will just be protected through. I probably not of abbreviating PDR, so we'll have to try to fit it up. All of it on, and then I just need to. I figured what we would do is the place in Victor. It's like $35 a sign, so I'm hoping that we can get this done.
How big is
Before-
it?
Like
laptop
just like
size?
a normal road sign size.
So like that?
Yeah, like a speed limit sign.
Oh.
55, yeah.
Okay, so pretty much like this big.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before we send it, we should ask the town how much they would take out of our budget to make it. Because they have the machine to make those signs in here.
Oh, they do.
They made the machines of farm friendly community
Okay.
that are on the entrance. They made them here.
Okay.
That's
That's
something that we designed, and they didn't even charge us. They just pulled them out in here. So
Yeah,
if we
so
have the
that's the thing.
design, let's check with the town
We'll do.
how much they charge.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was
Those
thinking
are
that
nice, rigid.
I figured 2 on each parcel. That way, for both directions, if you're heading east and if you're also heading west or north or south, that way you can see it both ways. So
Is it colored? Or are we doing metal? Just like a metal with like black writing or like
yeah,
the ridge is being pushed out or like.
whatever we can do with like bridges pushed out. I don't know what the price difference would be with color.
Cause
I don't
if
know
it
what
was
the
like a-
limitations they have here.
Okay.
But
But yeah.
if you wouldn't mind asking the highway department here and what are the capabilities in that sense?
Timmy, I'll just text you the image.
Alrighty.
How big is
Just
that?
one comment, but before I forget,
Like the farm family?
Yeah.
On those parcels. You know, where the single family homes are proposed to be, it would be nice if the single family homes would be constructed in an area of the property where some of it still could be leased out to a neighboring farm, the farm. Meaning that they put the house on just a little part of the acreage, and whatever, is left over could still be farmed.
Yeah,
I
I mean, I guess if I was allowed to build on it, I guess I wouldn't really wanna be told where I could put my house, I would wanna be able to choose that part. Cause I would wanna, be set back farther. And choose where I want my house and layout, so I'm not sure that would be a lot of opinions on placement and. Maybe a little too complicated to do.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the best placement would be depending on what the neighbors are gonna do.
Right.
Cause on 6 acres and 15 acres, it depends on what the neighbors to the north, to the east, to the west will do. If you want it close to the road or far from the road, so
Yeah.
you can get equipment and work the front lawn or combine it with a backfield. So there's too many unknowns in order to be productive in that suggestion.
I mean, Timmy, in a perfect world, would be able to keep all farmland, but I mean, as everything progresses, I mean, what we can do is just try to keep that give and take line. And yeah, like we understand that it's gonna be a huge loss and it sucks, but if we can keep everything on the west of it to stay agricultural land, then I guess it would be considered a win.
I'm leaving this meeting as feeling of a win just with the solar projects.
I know.
Yeah,
This is what I'm talking about.
yeah. It's huge.
Did I just hear that correct?
Yes, Timmy.
You say the solar project got turned down?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, the zoning board denied both of the variance questions that were asked. So,
Really?
it's
should go
unanimous.
Wow.
All of them voted against it.
Really?
Mhm.
Oh, so what's happening now, I wonder?
It's outside of us now.
It's up to them to go find a parcel that you know is better suited for solar and less suited for agriculture.
The only way to move forward is they have to try and litigate. Which is a whole lengthy other process outside of us.
It just sets a precedent though, which is really nice.
Yes.
It's very, very nice.
Right, the hope there, the hope is that if a project like that is proposed again, that they can say, well, we've turned one down before. And turn one down again for the same reasons.
Yeah. Don't bring your upside down fence our way.
Alright. Well, as much as I would love to discuss more, I got a busy week ahead of me, so I'll close.
I do have one thing to say. I did hear about something going on, I think it was in Livonia, that had to do with people trying to come in and take Mennonites purchased a large parcel, and there was some. The town was very adamant on this is not gonna happen, this is what the land is for in this. So next meeting, hopefully we'll look into it and see if, you know, into that area wherever it was to see like specific rules, what they followed and like try to set that precedent over
They
here
were
as
trying
well.
to keep them from subdividing for multiple farms, or
Trying to keep like a business that wouldn't be could do like to the zoning in that spot, like they were gonna use it as ag and technically it runs under an ag business, but they kept it off of it because it wasn't. Because of the land and other things, so I wanna find out a little more information on that.
You're saying it was zoned like something else, like commercial or something?
No, it was zoned ag, but
was
technically the
zoned ag.
business that was trying to be put up can be considered ag. But then it would be a business and not ag land. I wanna find out a little more info on that and see kind of how they went about that. And maybe be able to do something like that here of. Just because it falls on, you know, just because you're gonna buy it and you're gonna put flowers out back doesn't mean it's ag and it's keeping it, you know.
If that was going through like their planning board or town board, there should be public minutes that
Oh,
they'll
okay.
have. Or you can do a FOIL request, a freedom of information,
Okay,
and
and it makes them
Livonia.
calls and see if it's
Yeah.
something that maybe we could also use, maybe they have rules written down specifically that we could, you know, inherit over here, I don't know.
Actually, looking at laws in other townships are really useful
Yeah,
for taking them and going.
copy paste.
Yeah, copy paste.
Yeah,
And then work through the ordinance committee, cause they're generally the ones that you propose those law changes to and they sometimes hash it out for months.
yeah,
And then eventually that gets sent along to like the
Okay.
town board. So,
and do we have any say in like. Having a town member join us and saying, can you guys please be a part of the meeting so you can see. You know, reading it is not as much as is,
we can invite.
yeah,
you
Some of
certainly,
some of them try, so Dave Sutter tried at the beginning.
Yeah.
When he first was elected, he came I don't say 5 meetings in a row, something like
Yeah.
that. But then he said, I'm just meeting out.
Yeah.
I have to go to so many meetings.
and like even if somebody else could,
Yeah.
like if they rotated through and just saw. And we're able to ask questions about why we feel the way we feel, why we're doing what we're doing, like just. Having them in here to have that conversation,
and it's also powerful to go and talk to the town board
Yeah.
directly. They have a monthly meeting.
okay,
And you can always go, there's you can't, a privilege of the floor, which means people can speak on any topic they want.
okay,
It's a limited time, but if you wanna go and share or give a report, they usually have things on their agenda for reports from different boards and committees.
okay,
But if we're gonna talk about something like that, where it's gonna be something that will get eventually to them, we can specifically invite Dave.
Yeah,
And he's gonna be very, very pro-ag,
try
so
to,
it's a
okay,
good place to have him.
Dave is also on the ordinance committee.
He's a good,
So.
okay, he's a good partner to have in that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And anyways, but before I forget, I wanna make another comment. So on these two parcels tonight, that we basically said that, yes, it's a loss of farmland, but it's in an area that we expect it to be developed. You know, where the mentality is that we're trying to show we have a little give and take, and because the fear is that if we could constantly say, no, you can't develop that, no, you can't develop that, that they'll steamroll over us because they'll feel we're just being a broken record. You know,
Yeah.
sound like a broken record.
Yeah.
But however, my fear is that I can appreciate that mentality, but on the other hand, sometimes if you give them an inch, they take 10 yards.
Well, Timmy, we can still, depending on whatever project comes our way. I mean, with this particular one, with the amount of acreage and what they're planning on, if we get something that's a little bit bigger, we can all. It doesn't. It's not a set in stone thing where if anything happens on the east side of 21, we're gonna be like,
Just to prove it.
yeah, we'll just prove it. Like, it's case by case. Like, we'll decide on whether or not it's like, say instead of being a 20-acre lot, it was a 120-acre lot. Like, then we would do everything that we can to show that yes, this is
And
a
there
loss.
is another thing at play. They already own that broken down parcel. And it is agricultural residential zoned. They are not asking for a variation of what they are allowed to do. They are just asking for the permits to do what they are already allowed to do. When they come to us asking us for subdivisions, when they asking us for variances, that's where we can really push back and say this affects ag. When they're asking for the approval of something that they are fully under their legal rights to do, why fight that one when we don't have the right to fight it because they are the rightful landowners on an agricultural residential area.
Yeah,
Yeah, that makes sense.
it's not a development, they're still keeping it large parcels,
Mhm.
which is nice. I know that top one, you're not gonna fit another house in there unless it's, that's crammed. That lower one where he wanted to build looked like it was centered
in
and
the middle.
in the middle, so again, you're not gonna get 5-6 houses in there, it's just gonna be a house set back with some acreage around it, so it is a loss, but it's not 20 houses going in
Right.
crammed on a little lot, yeah.
Right, it's not a whole subdivision.
Yes.
And we were firmly against the solar project, but that of course was a different situation entirely.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's a whole different case.
There are places where you don't give and take. You just stop and do everything you can. But again, here they are fully under the legal rights to do it. There is no variation being requested.
Unless it was a 1.5 acre,
Yes.
and it's
Mhm.
supposed to be a 2 acre and they're needing a variance or something, it's. They can build on their 6 acres,
Mhm.
unfortunately.
Gotcha.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Now I'm going to make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
All right.
So where are you going now?
I'm getting married at his parents' house. They live up on Goff Road, so they have lands and a pond. So we're gonna get married down by the pond
This weekend.
next weekend.
Oh, next weekend, okay,
Yeah.
so you're getting close.
Getting close.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
That's very exciting.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Hope the weather's